Yeah, I didn't volunteer for
Train probably
anything.
up to be the next.
I thought we had.
Weren't you gone that night? We were like, oh, we're putting
When
it
I
on
said
there.
nobody would go, and I said, I'll do it.
Voluntold.
Same
I
we
had to
had,
pick
she
some
would be the
part.
I mean, they never contacted me, so I didn't know when they, and I'm not even sure I can be there for the next meeting either.
I wrote that on the
Saxon
calendar.
or something.
Yeah,
Saxon.
they never contacted me, and I didn't get in on when they said today.
Oh, yeah, Cheryl.
All right, call to order the meeting of the Board of Parks Commissioners for the City of Norman on May 2nd. First, we'll do roll call. Billy Davison,
Here.
Chrissy Isaacson,
Here.
Chris Moxley, Elizabeth Ross. Here. Mary Salee. Here. Sheriff here. Ellen Usry. Here. And Christy Wright.
Here.
Okay, first item, consideration of approval, rejection, amended, and/or postponement of minutes from the March 7th, 2024 Park Board meeting. Does anybody have any corrections, or do I have a motion to approve? Christy Isaacson. Second. Billy. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion approved. Discussion item, consideration of approval, rejection, amended, and/or postponement of previously approved council items. Jason?
I'll go through these real quick. We had a proclamation for the 50th birthday, celebrating the 50th birthday of the CAST program in Norman. Right now they are helping us out and doing tutoring over at Irving. Hopefully they'll expand their programs to 12th in Whittier sometime. So it's great to have a great partnership like that, and especially celebrate 50 years with them. We did modify our agreement with the Norman Optimist Club to basically waive 1 year of their payment for metered electrical costs at Reeves. They're having some hardship problems financially, so we did submit that to council, and council did agree to waive electrical costs for 1 year at Reeves Park for the baseball and softball programs. We had a final acceptance of a playground at Bentley Park. And final payment of that for about $2,000.
200.
200,000, sorry. Forgot a few zeros there. I'm sorry, I still had cookie in my mouth, so. Final acceptance of the pickleball courts and tennis courts also at Bentley Park of $17,102. We also had a new contract extension with the Norman Youth Soccer Association out at Griffin Park. And that's really re-signed up, and they're on the line for 5 more years with us. And we did have a resolution, once again, we are in charge of building maintenance for the whole city. We did have a resolution authorizing the city attorney to retain outside counsel on behalf of the city regarding construction or design associated with the Norman Public Library Central.
Jason, did the soccer contract go back out for bid again, or was it just, I think it's in their contract that they can just renew automatically if
Their,
one agrees? Or-
their contract expired, and a lot of times when we have good relationships like we do with Norman Youth Soccer Association and other groups, we just go ahead and re-up that for another 5 years and review it every single year at the, technically a contract's only good for a year. It's just automatically renewed unless one of the parties give notice. Or if we don't have budgeted enough money to pay for that, but we don't pay a whole lot for them to go out there. It's actually zero. They pay us $1 a year for running soccer. But no, it did not.
Okay, I'm just curious. Does anybody else have any other questions about any of that stuff? Okay, item 3, consideration of approval, rejection, amended, and/or postponement of land or fee in lieu of park land for the Old Dairy Farm addition. James?
Hello, I'm James, Park Development. Old Dairy Farm is a very small plat. We came to plat review last month. It is some of the last remnants of the old dairy farm, as they say, along Chautauqua Avenue, just north of Highway 9, across from OU Rowing and Rugby there at Blankenship Drive. There's a tract of land, has a few structures on it, a house and a couple outbuildings in between Chautauqua and the apartments there on Ridgecrest. The developer has talked to us. They're going to build, if you go to the next one, they're going to build 2 buildings and a parking area with some detention. That has 8 units total. On all of that, that would yield 3/100ths of an acre of parkland. Don't think Wade's interested in taking on maintenance of 3/100ths of an acre of park. And if you go back to the first one, you can see Walnut Ridge Park is literally across the parking lot from where it is. So we would recommend a fee in lieu of land. You can go to the third one. You can kind of see how it lays in there. They would take out the houses and build that. So based on what we talked to the developer, they'd be more than happy to pursue a fee in lieu of land, because they really aren't interested in building a private park either. So, and we don't blame them. But that's, you can see above them, it's unplatted. I don't know what's gonna happen to the lands above or below them. There's not much room for anything else. I suppose someone could put commercial in there if they wanted to, or not. But I think, yeah, there's Kevin Potts' name. So the Potts family owns the stuff still to the north of them, and it's unplatted below that. But fee in lieu of land is what we're recommending. Take that fee and spend it at Walnut Ridge Park on something.
Is this actually 8 units or is it 16?
It's 8.
So it's 4 units with
Yeah, they're
two-
gonna have 2 bedrooms in each one, but we don't count bedrooms, we count.
Okay,
count
but I
units.
just didn't know if the unit was
Yeah, they said there'd be 8 two-bedroom
combined.
units.
So it's, okay.
Nope, I had them clarify that whenever I was reaching out to the developer saying, you need to, quit telling me how many bedrooms are in there, tell me how many units. So, anyway, that's our recommendation.
Okay. Any other discussion? Any questions from anybody else? Okay, do y'all have a motion?
I'll motion
And your motion is to
to accept.
fee in lieu of land?
The fee.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion to accept fee in lieu of parkland decision for the Old Dairy Farm addition. Second?
I'll second.
Mary, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Motion passes. Norman Forward update.
Real quick, the only thing, we're gonna go look at Young Family Athletic Center, after this and do a real quick tour, but things have been going great out there. We've had, nonstop basketball tournaments, nonstop, swimming meets, and, very proud of, what has been produced with that so far. And if y'all drive by on the weekends, you always see full parking lots, which is telling you that it's getting used. Senior Center, I believe they're up to about 2,700 members. They are planning some kind of celebration once they get to 3,000, I believe. So they're still humming right along, and of course, all these buildings. Technically, G. Johnson at YFAC is still on site, so have they not have completed everything, and they still are knocking out punch lists. We're almost to close out at Senior Center, so here in probably in the next month or two, you'll see a closeout document and final payment to Crosslands for the Adult Wellness and Education Center. Bentley Park, we're getting very close. We'll try to get by there today as long as we get there while it's daylight and before any rain hits. We should be hitting a ribbon cutting for that sometime here at the end of spring, beginning of summer. It looks great, tennis courts, and our first pickleball court.
First standalone pickleball court.
In a park, so we're pretty excited about that. Great walking trails, great covered shelter out there. We did start meeting with our Saxon Ad Hoc Committee. Right now, they're prioritizing things that is on the design plans. Of course, we're working on a $2 million budget, and we had a lot of plans that seemed like we could fit in before COVID. Now, post-COVID, your $2 million is not worth as much. So we're trying to figure out what we can fit in there. So we're asking them to do a priority. Once all that gets prioritized, we'll hand it back off and let the designers go back and design, and we'll rank it. And as it goes out to bid, we'll put in what we can afford. So I think that unless I'm missing something on North Ford, or if y'all have a specific question on something. Oh, neighborhood parks, we're starting at Falls Lakeview and Sunrise Park. Both of those playgrounds have been demoed, or Sunrise hasn't been demoed,
Yeah,
just
Falls
Falls
has.
Lakeview. And that playground is in
At our shop.
and about ready to be installed.
But Bentley is, the playground hasn't even
It-
been
it-
started.
Oh, it's done.
No, playground is done, and kids are actively playing on it.
Bentley, all that we lack is to finish the walking trails and basketball and get the signage and furniture out. It's almost done.
So what was the 200,000 was just like a
It's a
finish?
it's a final payment, so they actually completed their work, so council permits us to go ahead and pay them for all
That
the work.
wasn't the total, that was just.
This is the total of the
That was
cost of the
total,
playground.
yeah, they did a
Yeah.
one lump sum bill.
Neighborhood playgrounds are usually $180,000 to $200,000. When you get to your community parks, double, triple in price, depending on what you want.
Any other comments about Norman Forward projects? Divisional updates. Mitch, do you have anything?
All right, I'll go. Yep. So month of May, we have a ton of stuff happening with the Recreation Division. Our Mom Prom will be happening for the second year here at the Noun Hotel on May 4th. We have 2 family dances, one at 2, one at 4:30, and we have a 7:30 21 and up dance to where you can bring anybody you would like. Come on in. It'll be a good time. We had a really fun time last time. The group that came in was it was great. If you can make it out to that, it's really good. We've got a young youth triathlon at the Young Family Athletic Center this Sunday, May 5th. It is free for ages 6 to 15. You just have to get a current USAT license, which you can get it's like basically $10 or $15 if I can remember right. And they go on various distances depending on your age. So that'll be happening this Sunday. That's our first triathlon, and we would like to maybe look to expand that, maybe doing adult ones at some point. And it's going to be a pretty neat event there.
Swim, run,
Bike,
bike.
Yep.
Thank you.
archery.
And bike run.
Archery.
I wasn't sure about the order. Yeah.
Axe throwing.
We also have Kids to Parks Day. This is a national push by the National Parks and Recreation Association. We've done this for the 3rd year in a row. So it will be May 18th at Prairie Creek Park. So come out, it'll be a good time. There will be snow cones, DJs, inflatables, all the fun stuff just to get kids out and engaged in the park. Yeah. Question, Sharon?
No, I'm just trying to think of where Prairie Creek was.
Yeah. We also have our Young Family Athletic Center has their youth basketball league. The summer league is open and for registration right now. So that'll go all the way. Registration will close May 24th. And those are for ages kindergarten through 6th for recreational, 3rd through 10th for competitive, and the girls is kindergarten through 10th grade. And we'll surely have a ton of kids sign up for that as well. We also have the Westwood Family Aquatic Center Summer Preview is May 24th. So that is when the pool will give a little sneak preview to all the season pass holders with the opening day on May 25th. So everyone come out, see all the wonderful improvements and everything that we've got going there. And it's we've got a lot of programming coming up that I'm sure we'll be able to tell you about next month. May 24th, we also have our outdoor movie Barbie. So that's going to be a really fun one. We've got a costume contest set up for that one. Everything I've seen more pink in Alyssa's office that it is just decked out. So it's going to be something else. And we even have a courtesy of our park maintenance division, a Barbie box for all the photo ops there. So if you didn't get those pictures in the movie theater, come out to Lions Park on May 24th. Thank you, park maintenance.
Get in the box.
Get in the box. Finally, we've got our summer camps at all 3 recreation centers are starting up May 28th. All 3 are currently full with a waiting list, so that is great news. I'm glad we're able to serve as many kids as we can. That's all I got.
So is Whittier swapped over to full-time day camp now? Or are they?
Yes.
Because they were just running sports camps.
Correct. Yep.
okay.
So they are full day camp.
Some of the projects we were working on, I already talked about the neighborhood park stuff. We are going to start turning our eye towards South Lake Park and probably develop it next. And maybe simultaneously do Links. Links is an open field. South Lake is more of a poison ivy ridden forest, but those are kind of 2 different approaches that we'll be working on with those 2 new neighborhood parks. Sutton Wilderness, just got to finish up some fencing and striping and things at the parking lot, but we just sort of walked through and are getting our final things done on the trail and parking improvements there. Our forester has been at wildlife risk reduction qualification training. He has 2 or 3 different programs that we're trying to get going with our forestry department to be wildfire ready and aware and do a lot of prevention and abatement on that, and also working through our revisions on our tree ordinance, which will be coming through, which would help things as far as getting an inventory done, getting a urban forest master plan ready. So he's got a lot of programming going on. Plus we're planting trees and doing all that good fun stuff. Nature Park, we should be getting our 60% construction drawings here in the next couple of weeks and move on towards getting that out to bid here soon. Reeves Park restroom building, central restroom building is out to bid. Those are due back on the 16th. Historic House is getting ready to get painted. I know that Lance is running a project to get the pool painted by the same contractor going to do the house. So that's going to come up soon. You'll see that turn white for a minute because we're going to prime it white and then paint it in its full color scheme after that. Disc Golf has some projects going on. Put in new baskets in Griffin, new T signs at Colonial. The Sooner Theater's going to have its sign taken off the building soon, taken to the shop and fixed. A lot of old wiring and sockets need to be just taken down and redone, so that'll disappear for a while in case anyone asks. It's up at Dalmark Signs, getting fixed. Westwood Tennis is getting some courts redone. We're working on a contract with GSB Architects to do the master plan for that tennis and golf pro shop area and social space. And of course, there's the ever-present AIM Norman meetings every month where we're trying to do the master planning for the city and the Parks and Rec master plan for us. And May 17th is Bike Work Day, Friday, May 17th. And
What
stuff.
was the damage on out at Westwood, some
Cart barn.
Oh,
Yeah, the cart barn, the roof on the cart barn was kind of peeled back.
Are we glad that happened?
No.
You're never glad that happens.
Unfortunately, it happened where like their break room was, so there was like a little bit more underneath it than just like the shell of the building, so.
Does it look like a snack shack or something from the picture?
It's just like a metal shop type building.
Typical.
Where the,
It's
all
where,
the
it's where
parts-
their break room is, but the damage was pretty minimal and they were able to peel the roof back out and repair it. It's a very old building, so we're trying to not put in a whole lot.
Like I said, we're working on a master plan to redo the entry areas, and that would be one of the buildings that would get kind of redone.
Yeah, so, and that night we probably had, I want to say I saw maybe like 12 trees down. Some of them were pretty good size. There was the little ones at Homeland and kind of just down where the Sonic is. So the guys did spend 2 or 3 days picking that up, clearing the roads. They've got most of it cleaned up and cleared from roads and sidewalks, and now we're kind of getting into the parks where we lost not many. I don't think we lost any real trees, but a lot of limbs down, a lot of good sized limbs down.
Westwood Golf did lose
Westwood,
about six or eight
Westwood
trees.
lost a few.
And which is bad because it seems like we lose trees constantly out at the golf course due to
Trying to plant back.
So no damage at YFAC.
No.
Westwood Tennis had some fences bend with the windscreens. We're gonna try and get back in shape.
Over the past month, we had the big event with OU where we had 2 locations specifically for parks, and then we had some assistance from our Sutton Wilderness group for clean privet out at Sutton Wilderness along the trail. And then we came back and hauled everything that they cut, cleaned up, and then sprayed so that hopefully the privet doesn't come back. And then we did what?
The privet that was stacked in the woods, though, did that ever get picked up?
I believe so.
Because like you could walk straight down that straight path, not the one where the
Right.
bridge is.
We didn't get it all the first time. We came
Okay.
back and got it because
Okay.
it was wet and stuff,
It was
so.
like a week ago I saw it there, but I don't know if it was.
I can double check, but it's been pretty wet over there now.
Yeah.
We did a couple of pipe rail fences and then cleaned the green belt out at Hall Park. We had medieval fair cleanup and stuff, Earth Day festival, and then we had an 80-20 volunteer event that helped us with some more stuff, with some staining, sealing of some bollards. And then other than that, we're doing some color change outs, starting to get our irrigation systems ready to go for when it stops raining.
What's 80-20?
80-20 is the solar initiative.
Oh, that.
So it's like their
Right.
company, they came out for Earth Day and they did some electrical work for us in Legacy Trail. and they did some staining and then did some painting in some of the parks on those pipe rail fences that,
So they just did a volunteer.
They did a
with
volunteer,
their
yeah.
Staff.
yeah. That's it.
Anything else? Anybody have any miscellaneous comments? Miscellaneous items? Okay.
So we should.
Hannah?
Yeah, thanks.
Yes,
in the
thank
minutes.
you.
Peter, good.
We want to make sure you're happy once you get onto the van.
I want to say one thing. Thanks again for like the Sutton Wilderness Cleanup Day. That was really fun. The privet stuff and all that. Like I had so much fun with that
Yeah.
group. So it was good.
They get after it.
Yeah, it was great.
Did they wear sandals?
We told them not to.
They did not. Not the group I had. They were,
Can't make people do everything.
they were hardworking ladies. It was awesome.
Seeing how we have no general public here, this meeting is adjourned to the park board.
Our van is parked right outside, if you didn't see it when you pulled in, on the south side.
We rented a van and I think got a report that it had 5 miles on it when you picked it up.